Okay, I've been thinking about whether or not to do this story, and it just has to be done. All right. Joe Biden is really weird about touching voters. I'm not talking about the creepy Uncle Joe stuff related to women. Okay. I'm talking about something totally different here. I'm talking about how Joe Biden gets very strange in even remotely contentious conversations with men who ask him questions on the campaign trail. Now, I'm going to show you two videos of this. Normal caveat. If Biden's the nominee, I'm voting for Biden. This is not about anything other than this is strange. I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't point this out, since I point out strange behavior by other candidates. I talked about this in a recent live stream, and I pointed out Joe's behavior is oddly aggressive towards voters. And some people immediately said, David, Joe's not aggressive. You're just a beta male and you're uncomfortable with confrontation. First of all, this has nothing to do with me. And I encourage you to look at these videos. If you're listening to the podcast or on the radio, find the visual component we're going to play and tell me this is normal behavior. If you normally behave this way with people around you in your real life, I want to follow you around and see who you're hanging out with, because how Joe Biden behaves in these clips with voters is not normal. Let's look at the first one from Iowa. Here, Biden was asked about committing to phase out fossil fuels. And look at how Joe Biden starts poking this guy in the chest and getting aggressive with him. This is not normal. And as we look at the clip again, this time without audio, you see that the guy he's talking to has this sort of uncomfortable smile on his face because he recognizes Joe Biden's behavior is abnormal. Joe Biden's staffer or handler there, that's a voice we've gotten to know well on the campaign trail, as she's often trying to get people to move on and get Joe Biden away from people. She starts saying, move on, get a move on when Joe Biden starts getting irritated with the voter. Here's another example of this. This one was when Biden was asked about some of his views on fossil fuels. This was at a Biden event, and a guy showed up. The guy had critical questions, tough questions, but they are reasonable questions. And again, Biden gets in the guy's face, gets really close to the guy, starts poking the guy in the chest, eventually tells the guy, find someone else to vote for, go vote for someone else. And you again hear that same handler say, thank you so much, trying to end it. But Biden just insists on talking and pokes the guy and then kind of holds on to the guy's open coat. Strange behavior. Take a look.
Lines, but then you want to replace these gas lines. That's not going to work. We got to stop building and replacing pipelines. Go vote for somebody else.
All right, thanks so much, sir. We're going to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm going to vote you in the general if you treat me
right.
right.
No, I'm not.
Well, can I have a
Look,
picture?
you're asking a picture of me. You're coming up and telling me you don't support me.
No.
My plan. Yeah, you did. You said
I said I would support you in the general.
In the general. I'm looking for a primary.
We're happy to get a number.
That's what I'm looking for, okay?
Just as we're finding it.
You believe that Bernie can do something by 2030?
I'm actually supporting Tom Steyer.
Thompson, well, that's good. He's the guy that did
Thanks
more
so much,
coal
sir. We have
mines.
a long line right
He
here.
made more coal than the entire country did.
All right, thank you. Happy to get
You got the right
Can I get a
guy.
picture?
This is not about would I vote for Biden over Trump. Of course I would vote for Biden over Trump. This is not about anything other than something about the gleam in Joe Biden's eye when he starts poking voters and treating them like this is extremely odd. And again, to people who saw me talk about this briefly on stream and said, David, you're a beta. This is not aggressive behavior. This is how men interact when they have conversations. Are you telling me this is how you are interacting with people in your everyday life? People you know, friends, family, coworkers? I don't have anyone around me who, number one, treats people this way, or number two, would allow themselves to be treated this way. So if you watch these videos and this strikes you as the normal interactions of adults who are talking, I want to hear from you, because maybe it's me in, my sissy liberal northeastern city, as many of our viewers like to say, but this is not normal behavior that I've observed between adults anywhere. This is the type of behavior I see between drunk adults on the Las Vegas Strip shortly before they get into a fist fight, right? That's what it reminds me of. Let me know what you think. We'll have a couple of these clips on our Instagram page at David Pakman Show. While you're there, follow me on Instagram at david.pakman as well. If you enjoy shows like Shark Tank or you're fascinated by entrepreneurs and how they become successful, I've got something really cool for you to check out. It's a YouTube channel we're partnering with called Upflip, and you can find it at davidpakman.com/upflip. It's a new channel. They're hitting the ground running with really excellent content. They're uploading new videos all the time. In each video, you meet a different entrepreneur and take an in-depth look at how they built their business from the ground up. You can examine the business up close, learn their strategies for success, see what it's like to live a day in their shoes. As an entrepreneur myself, I find this stuff endlessly interesting. I love learning about how business owners got to where they are, what motivates them, what the turning points were. And everyone who's featured in Upflip's videos have their own really cool insights to share, but it's content that's really easy to appreciate, even if you don't have your own business. Every entrepreneur on Upflip has their own story to tell. They're all fascinating. Check it out. If you watch my show, check out Upflip. This is part of a partnership we're doing with them. They're friends of ours. I think you'll really enjoy their content. It's really different. It's unique. There's something for everybody. Check it out. Subscribe to their channel at davidpakman.com/upflip.